Casey from the Joyful Lotus, and I am doing your reading for the week of February 2nd through the 8th. And I'm not going to be using a tarot deck this week. I have this really wonderful chakra wisdom oracle deck of cards, and I wanted to share that with you this month. So all of February I'll be using the chakra wisdom deck, and it's by Tori Hartman. And this is a great deck for those of you who are uncomfortable with the occult, background affiliated with tarot. If you get squeamish because of that, but you're interested in using cards for self-exploration and reflection, then an oracle deck would be a really good thing for you to look into. This one, and there are many like this, are said to be inspired by angels. So, it's a little, it may be more approachable for some of you. So, I recommend looking into it. And I'm just going to pull a couple cards for this week. And what we're looking for, or what I'm going to ask is, how can we start this month out in a really positive note? So what do we need to deal with or confront or focus on or consider in order to make the most of this month? And the card I pulled is forgiveness. So this card's affiliated with the third eye chakra right here. This card tells me that if you really want to make the most of February, turn over a new leaf, move forward with projects or ideas that you've been excited about or been wanting to try, that it's important not to move forward carrying any extra weight in the form of guilt and resentment. So if you have guilt that you're carrying in your body, you feel guilty about something that happened long ago, it's important that you sit down and consciously let it go, forgive yourself, decide that it's no longer appropriate to carry the guilt, and to allow it to leave your body. If your resentment is for someone else, the same thing is true. Your resentment, your anger, your grudge that you're holding isn't hurting the other person, it's hurting you. So stop punishing yourself by being angry with them. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you are condoning the act. So you can forgive someone who wronged you without condoning the thing they did. And that's very important, especially when you feel you've been, mortally wounded by someone, if they've done something that's unspeakable, heinous, unforgivable. Well, it is forgivable. Anything is forgivable. And it's important that you forgive, but not for them, for you. So I think these cards are really encouraging us to work on, being gentle with ourselves and shifting from focusing on our pain or on our guilt or on our anger to what we want. As soon as you let go of that stuff that's clogging your emotional system and your mind, you'll start to rediscover what it is that makes you feel passionate and excited about life, and you can focus your energy there. So I recommend having an actual forgiveness ceremony. I love ritual. I think it's really helpful. For me, simply writing a letter to the person I want to forgive, or to myself, forgiving myself for something I feel guilty about, is very therapeutic. And then at the end of that letter, I sit down here at my altar or somewhere where I feel safe, and I burn the letter and dump the ashes outside under a tree and ask for the earth to take that energy and do something with it. that's more constructive than me holding on to my guilt. So it's a whole process of first intellectually kind of dumping it out on the paper, and then burning it, which is cathartic, and then giving it to Mother Earth to, those ashes can be used to fertilize something new. And that's what we really want. We want to transform those heavy, dense emotions, that stuff we're carrying around, into something we can actually use, into something that brings beauty and joy and growth into our lives. So, it starts with acknowledging that some forgiveness needs to happen. And we're all capable of that. So let's start February off with some forgiveness. And moving forward from there, I'm going to pull a card. Once we've done the work of forgiveness, once we've taken the moment to release those heavy emotions, what can we look forward to, and what will be our kind of gift from the universe that we can look for? And the card, it's also associated with the third eye, despondence. This is a new one for me. I haven't seen this card very often. I sense some jealousy here. Let me look it up. Iris is depressed and unable to look after herself or her home. She cries out to the great spirits for help. Mother Earth appears and suggests Iris shower, eat a good meal, and clean up her house. She does, but she still feels despondent. Suddenly a hurricane hits and Iris springs into action to rescue her neighbor's children. In the urgency, Iris finds the way out of depression by taking action. Iris teaches us that the only route out of stagnation is motion. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences. So it looks like So we have the card Despondence. And I think the message here is that when we're feeling despondent or hopeless or frustrated or stuck, the tendency is to become less active. We feel like nothing's working, so those are the times when we tend to binge watch some Netflix and avoid doing things that are outside our comfort zone. And we have to be willing to deal with the consequences of not acting on our passions and things that excite us. It could be that you don't know what excites you. Now that's a tough spot. That is a place that makes you feel despondent. And if you don't know where your passions are, and you don't know what you want to do with your life, and you don't know what makes you happy or what you want, well, not acting, giving into your despondence, isn't really the best approach. You're going to have to deal with the consequences of giving into your despondence, because by not doing anything, by not exploring new opportunities or trying and putting yourself out there, you're never going to find the thing that excites you. I would have never known I liked playing harmonica if I hadn't picked up one and started blowing it. I'm not a great harmonica player to this day, but I do feel excited when I get a chance to play and jam with other people. But it all started by just picking it up and giving it a shot. I feel like the opportunity this card is pointing out to us is that if we really wish to move forward, to grow, to expand ourselves, to experience life in a more joyful way, and to open our third eye, which would mean that we are able to see the bigger picture, to see the world from a higher plane of existence, our higher self, our soul perspective. And in order to do that, not only do we need to forgive, but we need to take action. We need to try new things. We need to explore our internal and external environment and see what makes us feel excited and joyful and useful and fulfilled. We can't just wait for God to make us feel joyful. The spirits don't make you feel joyful. They give you opportunities to act. And through action, you bring joy and excitement and all those other fun and fulfilling emotions into your life. So it's through your own action that you will find what you're looking for. So don't be afraid to take a chance and act this week. All right, so those are our 2 cards, and I hope that the message is helpful to many of you who watch this video. If you think it'd be helpful to someone else, share the video, like my page, check out thejoyfullotus.com. And if you'd like a personal reading via email, Skype, phone, or in person, I'm available. Just reach out to me and we can set something up. Thank you for being here and for watching. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.